Alright, with DC's Legends coming to an end on Halloween Day, I wanted to go through and keep a record of all of the characters that have been introduced into the game over the years, because there's been quite a lot, at least 2 on average per month, plus skins. So, at this point, we are now looking at energy-affiliated male Earthling villains. As you can see right here, Energy Earthling Male Villains. This is part 2, because part 1 I did the ones that were rebirthed already. As if you did watch that, you may recall how I was like just looking at his skin like, whoa, what's this? For way too long. So anyways, looks like we have 9 characters here to get through, so let's get it. First off is Reverse Flash. Let's take a look at that skin. It's probably not too much different. I mean, that's the ultimate, this is regular. Kind of what you'd expect. Anyways, his moves were Phase Jab, Speed Mirage, Negative Speed Force, Time Paradox, and Nobody Faster. And then I was talking about in the last video how they have different names for like the legendary one, and here's how you see it though. Enhanced Nobody Faster, Enhanced Time Paradox one, Enhanced Negative. Well, this one's only called Enhanced, but normally they actually have a different name. I don't know. Anyways, next up, Mirror Master. Why does he feel like he reminds me so much of Reverse Flash? It's like it's the same guy, just a different costume. Anyways, if this is his legendary, let's see what he looked like before. Oh, he's like see-through, that's weird. Well, he wasn't see-through before. Well, that's probably just his clothes. I guess now he's just like, I'll just be half naked-ish. I don't know, see-through. Anyways, Optic Gun, Refracted Rays, Shattered Glass, Mirror Images, and Speed of Light. Speed of Light, see what I mean? It's like he is a Flash or something. He goes to Speed of Light. Next up, Heatwave, the Pyromaniac. Oh, he looks like he's not 5-star legendary, so let's get him there. Come on, there we go. One thing I want to do after, hold on, let's unlock this skin. One thing I want to do after I have all this done though is I do want to like recap all my characters, because the ones that I started in the beginning, you know, those character reviews, wow, he was way different. He was dressed up like a firefighter before. But anyways, those character reviews, there's actually been a lot that's happened since then. There's been a lot of more skins added, and I've been able to get more shards, so some characters that I didn't have even legendary, I now have legendary. So I want to go through and just do a quick one, not like an individual like these ones are, just a quick overview, just breeze through my collection, 10-minute video. But anyways, that'll be for after I'm done with all these individuals, because that's more important. So anyways, his moves, Incinerate, his if it's upgraded, see, this is where the name's different. Now it says Flames Blasts. Told you they have different names. But anyways, apply 20% turn meter down on target. Then he had Fire Protection, Rain of Fire, which look at that picture, he's just like standing in the middle of a volcano. Heating up. Cooldown, -1 in Rain of Fire. Okay, I guess that works pretty good for that move. You know, they have synergy together. And Burned Alive. Oh man, homeboy's burned alive. He looks pretty good for having severe burns. Next up, Parallax. Oh, he wasn't 5-star either, so let's help him out. 4, 5. Here you go, bro. You know, this is his legendary skin, and it's kind of boring. I think his regular skin's even worse. Yeah, it's just like a cosplay of like Hal Jordan. Hey, look, I'm Green Lantern. Yeah, you kind of got it. Hey, look, I'm Green Lantern. No, you're way off now. Anyways, Impurity Attack, Solid Fear Construct, apply Enrage if Parallax has 4 or more stamina ups. Your fear is my strength. Well, I see why he's kind of goofy of Hal Jordan then, because he's like the opposite. He's all about fear, like Sinestro, where Hal Jordan's just about hope. But anyways, Fear Induction. Wow. Also, Parallax is engaged. Apply 1 empowered stamina up on all allies at the end of his turn. And Parallax Empowerment. Okay, next you have Amazo, the Vengeful Replicator. Also not 5-star. They're kind of all the basic average 3-star legendary, because you get these from like events, and that's as far as I was able to get them shards for. Plus, ranking these guys up was always very expensive. It's like 25,000 of these purple crystals, and it takes forever to get. Now it's easy because they give you unlimited crystals, so I can just keep buying them from the shop. But when you play the game normal, that's not the case. I don't know what you're wearing, boy, but why is it so skin tight? And what's the point of those arm things right there, those wristbands? I mean, this is what you decided to wear, and you're like, oh, I should put these wristbands on too. Okay, what are those doing? I also feel like you should have like long hair, like a ponytail or something. This kind of looks weird that it just stops. What's the point of that neck guard? Unless it's like really strong so nobody could like chop your head off, but otherwise it's kind of pointless again when you get your torso fully exposed. Like, hey look, I got super rigid pants and wristbands and my neck's protected, but you know, you could just cut my heart right out. Wow, great costume, boy. Anyways, his moves. Replica. Also apply 2 disease to a single target. That's cool, I didn't know he could do disease. Fast learner. Battle cry. Automatic response. Also steal 2 buffs from the target. Jeez, not bad. And steel plated. Oh, so is that the situation? You have steel plated skin, so you're not really exposed? There better be an excuse for that shit costume. Bloodsport, Robert Dubois. Is he from... I feel like he's from Suicide Squad. I know it's not the other one. The other one's Deadshot. But I feel like he is as well. Bloodsport. That sounds familiar. Like I've heard... Oh, what the heck's her name? I don't know. Viola Davis's character say Bloodsport before. Unless it's in the animated one. I've seen that one a lot too. Hell to Pay. That's a pretty good animated DC movie. Anyways, another one, not 5-star legendary, but very close. He was 4-star at least. Oh, whoops. I didn't do his skins yet. I mean, how is this legendary? This is just like a guy going on a... This is Rambo. What was he before? Less guns? Yeah, basically the same, just less guns. And a different color headband. No, same color headband. It's just it has black stripes in it now. What about the earring? Is that still there? Nope, he decided to put an earring on. Yeah, I mean, it's the same pants. He just added more gear onto it. What a boring legendary look, kind of. Anyways, Brute Force. Well, it was basic. I didn't upgrade. Well, also gain hit chance up. Does sound pretty boring. Sharpshooter. Infinite ammo. Dog tags. And line of sight. You know, I like DC, but man, they came up with a lot of characters that are very similar. Bloodsport, Deadshot. Who's the other one that's like them? Kind of, in a way. Deathstroke is in the same vein as them. And then Deathstroke is just an exact copy of Deadpool. Or not Deadpool. Well, yeah, Deadpool in a way. With the name Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson. Like... Unless Marvel copied. I don't know which character came out first. But you know what I'm getting at. Anyways, next up, Mr. Freeze. Another one! Not 5-star legendary. I'm already running out of the stupid legendary essence crap. Down to 326,000. This is a very boring legendary skin as well. Come on. I feel like you'd have something better. This is Mr. Freeze. He's an iconic character, and that's the best you can do. What is this, 1950s Freeze? This looks like crap. I mean, in comparison, this is much better, but it ain't that much better. What are those things in his pockets, too? Those are huge, like bulging out. Anyways, Icy Shot for Nora. Apply True Sight to the team and crit immunity to Mr. Freeze. It's not bad, actually. Freeze Grenade. Gelid Physiology. Apply force speed downs to a random enemy at the start of the combat. It's a weird phrasing. Start of the combat. Why not just start a combat? Start of the combat. Okay. And cool down. Alright, next we have Gorilla Grodd, Psychic Mastermind. Holy crap, he's way behind. He is only at 2-star legendary. So that means that's what the rest of these are going to be like. They're going to be way behind too. Because obviously I'm getting towards the back end of this collection. So, yeah. I'm just worried because I'm low on this stuff. Not like it's a big deal. You know, they'll ask me, hey, do you want to buy rest with your crystals? Yes. But that just takes forever. You gotta wait. Let that go. Ugh, it's easier this way when I already have it. Then you just boop, boop, boop. Anyways, his skins. Here he's just a naked monkey. Then he gets all his armor. Ooh, and a cape. Look at that. And then it should be, yeah, the one we just had. This is a special skin. It's probably the coolest one. Makes him look like he's like a king or something. So that's why I kept it. I was gonna say, normally they rotate themselves back. So what if we have him backwards? Will he rotate all the way? Let me just see. He does. Grodd's Rage. Steal all intelligence ups on target, which I don't even know what intelligence up was or did, so that really doesn't matter to me. Gain 2 speed up, give 2 speed up to all allies. That's not bad. Psychic Leader, Gorilla Slam, Thirst for Blood. Apply 2 speed ups on self and a random ally. It says Thirst for Blood. Grodd's a gorilla though. Gorillas don't eat meat, do they? They just eat bananas and stuff, right? I don't know. Anyways, Speed Force Memory. Speed Force Memory? Gorilla Grodd used to be a Speed Force user? He's too big to be fast. You gotta be like a thin guy, not some big bulky guy. Anyways, Clayface. I think, is this the same guy that's in the Harley Quinn show? I just want to be an actor and imitate everybody, but every time I try, you can always see my gross teeth. And I always overact. 1-star legendary. There's gonna be a lot of motherfucking work here. 2-star legendary. 3-star legendary. 4-star. Come on. Finally, 5-star. Now I'm down to 65,000. So the next character I won't be able to successfully get to legendary status. Hey, where'd Shaq come from? That's weird. Anyways, what were you like before? You're practically the fucking same, just less messy. Now you're just bigger and actually hard. Like, you look like you're solidifying, which is bad for you. You're supposed to be able to be molded. So screw this, I'm putting you back to this. This is better. This is you. Alright, slinging mud, Cole. It's like I'm slinging dick. Steal 1 buff from target. Roar, I've done a monster. It's the only one that I did already. Mudslide. If Clayface is taunting, gain an overheal. It's okay. Stick in the mud. That makes it his dick. Also, steal 1 positive immunity from attacker. Well, they need to have a positive immunity first for him to steal. So that means if they ain't got none, that's a useless move. Then again, though, it is a passive ability, so anybody with a positive immunity, well, that could be decent, actually. Reformed Criminal. Purge all bleeds and negative immunities on Clayface at the start of his turn. Oh, not bad. Ooh, purge all bleeds and negative immunities. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point in the game, but does that mean that he could actually be decent against annoying characters like Cheshire? I mean, her thing was disease, but is that still count as a negative immunity? Or would the negative immunity just be like speed down? So now he gets rid of bleeds and speed downs, but still keeps disease. I don't know. I mean, even if I knew about that, I still didn't have enough shards at the time, and even if I had the shards, I didn't have the currency to upgrade them to it, so it would actually matter and I could use them competitively, but still. Man, look at that back then. Damn, boy, you got that chiseled back. Oh, okay. Good. Now we're back to Captain Cold, which means we're at the beginning, so now time to read their bios, which I prefer. This is fun to learn a little bit about them instead of seeing their stupid moves and skins. So, Reverse Flash. Affiliations in Justice League. Powers. By moving at superhuman speed, he delivers devastating attacks, steals speed energy, and even reverses time to restore himself. You know, that sounds goofy, but it would make sense if you were able to go back and undo a stab. Anyways, coming from the future, Eobard Thawne's obsession with the Flash led him to duplicate the Flash's powers and become his greatest foe. That's kind of weird. You're from the future, but you're so worried about somebody from the past? Like, what? It's weird when you really think about it. This is born in the 25th century. Isn't Barry supposed to be from our time? So this guy's like way in the future. He's like, I gotta go back and be that guy's enemy. What are you so worried about it for? Eobard Thawne was consumed by an obsession for the Flash. When Thawne discovered he was destined to become the legendary hero's greatest nemesis, he's not destined to become that. He willed it, basically. He learned about him and thought, hey, I'm gonna do this. That's not no destiny. the legendary hero's greatest nemesis, the revelation unhinged his mind. The brilliant Thawne worked to recreate the accident that gave Flash his speed and developed the negative speed force formula, giving him even greater powers than his idol. With the ability to slip through time, Thawne torments the Flash from the future. So you're just like a dickhead all the time and like ruin his next day? Ugh, what an a-hole. Mirror Master. Roguish Reflection. Okay. Affiliations. Rogues Gallery. Employs mirror-based technology that allow laser attacks and teleportation. It's such like a weird idea too. At one point somebody in the DC studios or whatever, creative minds, was like, we should make a guy that has powers with mirrors. And the rest of them were like, oh my god, that's genius. What do? Oh, he employs mirror-based technology that allows laser attacks and teleportation. That makes so much sense. What? With the ability to travel through mirrors and trap others, Evan McCullough is a feared member of the Flash's Rogues Gallery. What am I on? I'm on villains. With the amazing technology of the Mirror Master, Scottish mercenary and thief Evan McCullough is a thorn in the side of the Flash. An unrepentant criminal, he cares little for life and is mainly concerned with his next score. Nevertheless, the stone-hearted rogue has a soft spot for the orphanage where he was raised. With access to the mirror realm through any reflective surface... What? So that means even like a puddle of water in the middle of the street? Mirror Master always turns up where he's least expected. That kind of makes me think of that polka dot guy too from the new Spider-Man. What is it? Across the Spider-Verse or something? Like he just makes a polka dot and can go into it from anywhere. Heatwave, the Pyromaniac, baby. Rogues Gallery, another one. Jeez, they're all Rogues Gallery. Heatwave uses the fire to inflict bleeding wounds, protect his allies, and heating up the battle to take action faster. That story was very clunky. Heatwave's life has always been about fire, its beauty and destructive force, as well as finding new ways to use his pyromania. Mick Rory was a hot-tempered and emotional farm boy that grew up outside of Central City. From a very young age, he was deeply interested in fire. His fascination turned to obsession when he burned his childhood home with his family still inside, and he simply watched the flames devouring everything. What a dick move. Seriously? Like, that's where you live, idiot. What kind of thought process is that? Well, I'm gonna be homeless now. This is a good idea. And I'm gonna kill my whole family at the same time. That's also a great idea. Like, what the You're an idiot. One day after seeing the rogues in action in Central City, he decided to use his pyromania to become the villain called Heatwave. Yeah, more like douchebag named Heatwave. Loser. I chose this one because you look cooler this way, but I should do this so you look like a fucking idiot instead. Just because you are an idiot. Parallax, Kyle Rayner. Affiliations, Lantern. Yeah, but... So I guess they just take Lantern in general, because there's a lot of lanterns. Red Lantern, White Lantern, Yellow Lantern, Green Lantern, Blue Lantern, Orange Lantern. So I guess they're just umbrella-ing all of them. Yeah, you're a lantern. Looks like a Green Lantern, but acts like a Yellow Lantern, so who even knows? But anyways, Parallax can increase his stamina to resist the attacks of his enemies and feed on their fear, waiting for the right moment to attack and make them lose control within rage. Parallax is a demonic parasitic entity that takes Kyle Rayner, a Green Lantern, as a host. By using fear, it is capable of bringing entire civilizations to extinction. Parallax is a demonic entity, the personification of fear, that jumps from host to host, taking control of them like a parasite, creating terror into anything that came in contact... What? Creating terror into anything that came in contact with. What? Is that... Creating terror into anything that came in contact with. I think I should say creating terror... Whatever. But that needs a lot of grammatic corrections. This parasitic behavior allowed him to take control of Kyle Rayner, a Green Lantern of Sector 2814, captured by the Sinestro Corps. I say that every time. Corps! Now Rayner travels through the universe as Parallax's host, with new powers and becoming the Herald of the Anti-Monitor. Alright, lots of grammatical errors in his story. Amaza. going back to Kyle Rayner, so he counts as a villain because of the parasite, but otherwise he's not really a villain. That's almost like in the world of Spider-Man. I mean, right now, the cinematic movie, Venom's like an anti-hero. He's not really a bad guy, but in the world of Spider-Man, he is the bad guy. But it's more Venom, the parasite, that is, not so much Brock. Brock's just a guy. Anyways, the Secret Society of Supervillains. Powers. Amazo's replications don't hold the explosive power of the originals, but are able to generate long-term sustained damage. Okay, that should have been a comma, not a period. And then you'd have a lowercase b, but are able to generate long-term sustained damage. Like, how? That's not two sentences. An android created by Professor Ivo with the power to replicate superhuman abilities and weapons. Amazo is an android created by Professor Ivo, originally designed as the Amaze operating system, Amos, and built to replicate superhuman abilities and weapons. Amazo quickly became an opponent strong enough to face the Justice League, but his power also made him realize that he was a mere tool to his creator. Okay, so I guess this is the guy I've been making fun of the whole time. He's not even a guy, he's just a robot. So, never mind. You can look however you want, because you're not even a person. Which makes sense now, because I was wondering before when I was making fun of his pants, like, this looks very rigid, and I was like, how does that work? But that's how it works, because you're just a droid. But this one, you look like an actual person. Like, those look like regular legs, so... But whatever. Next up, Bloodsport. Affiliation Suicide Squad. Bloodsport uses a wide array of firearms to make the enemy vulnerable and finish them off. Ooh, sexually? After Robert Dubois' younger brother lost his arms and legs during the Vietnam War. Vietnam War? That was like 60s, right? The man was overcome by guilt. This left him obsessed with violence, a prone target for Lex Luthor's manipulation. There we go, another one. That should have been a comma, or maybe even like a semicolon or something, a dash, something, not a period and then a new sentence. When Robert Dubois was drafted to serve in the Vietnam War, fear of death took hold of him, and he decided to flee to Canada. His younger brother Michael Dubois enlisted in his place, losing his arms and legs during battle. Guilt from these events left Robert a broken man, obsessed with war and violence. That's weird. So he ran away because he was scared, but now he's like all about it. What up, bitch? I'm all about war, motherfucker. Mr. Freeze. I mean, we kind of already know his story, but we'll see what their official story was. In Justice League, Secret Society of Supervillains, with his expertise in cryonics, Mr. Freeze can extend his own life and drastically slow down enemies. Mr. Freeze will stop at nothing to save his wife's life, even if it means freezing Gotham City and all its inhabitants. When his wife Nora became terminally ill, Dr. Victor Freeze devoted his life to finding a cure. With time running out, he decided to freeze her to buy more time for his research. His boss, Ferris Boyle, attacked him for stealing company equipment, causing Victor to be exposed to cryogenic chemicals, after which he could only survive in sub-zero temperatures. Wearing his cryo suit and armed with a freeze gun, he became the criminal Mr. Freeze. But it's weird, because he's not really a criminal. All he wanted to do was save his wife. But then it's like, I don't know, people just effed with him, so then he just chose to do bad things, I guess, instead. With a good end result, though. Gorilla Karad, Psychic Mastermind. Affiliations in Justice League. Powers. Leads the charge towards the enemy with brains and brawn, stunning his foes and rallying up his team. Ruthless and smart. Gorilla Grodd will stop at nothing to reach his goal. Conquer the human world with his gorilla army. Hidden deep in the African jungle lies Gorilla City, home to a clan of super-intelligent gorillas. Among the gorillas, Grodd stands out with his ruthless ambition and psychic ability to control minds. I'd hope so. I mean, that kind of feels redundant to specify to control minds. Murdering his father to take the mantle of king was the first step on the road of rage. That would eventually lead Grodd to Central City and become one of the Flash's greatest adversaries. Murdering his father. I never understand that when there's like a coup like that. Like, one, how do these people have confidence to do that? Oh, well, I just did it, so someone else could do it to me, I guess. But that's okay, I won't think about that. And then your own parent? That's even worse. Jeez, you know what I mean? Like, the other one I think of is, like, Gorilla Grodd apparently killed his dad so he can become king. And then I think about, like, in Gotti. You know, Gotti orchestrated a hit on the boss so then he could become boss, but it's like... Okay, but how do you trust that these guys won't orchestrate a hit on you now? Like, it happened, it should be in the back of your mind. I don't know. And Clayface. I thought R.E.D was the last one, good thing I checked. Basil Carlo. Secret Society of Supervillains and Bat Family. That's weird. Distracts foes to make allies invisible, smothers enemies and speed downs while copying their abilities. After playing monsters on the silver screen, Basil Carlo now haunts Gotham City as an unnatural shapeshifter. After a long career in B-grade horror flicks, Basil Carlo was snubbed for the remake of his most famous film and descended into the criminal underworld. He acquired potent shape-shifting abilities in an accident, becoming the unstable monster Clayface. He played muscle for hire for different Gotham City gangs, but now Clayface struggles to find a good man buried inside of the murderous villain. Well, it says Bat Family, so he must have figured something out. You know, they say Basil Carlo. Was he always this thing in movies, or was he actually a guy and then something happened and then he became Clayface? Oh yeah, there it is. He acquired potent shape-shifting abilities in an accident. Okay, never mind. They didn't really go into detail, that's why I missed it. And now that was the last one. Alright, cool. So that covers all of the Energy Earthling male villain characters. So next will be Energy Alien male villains, and then once we get through that, then we can do the female, which females are a lot faster because there's a lot less of them. Which is nice. A nice way to wrap this up. So anyways, that's all I got for this one. So until the aliens come out, yeah, so I said see ya.